Ever since my sister introduced me to OneNote, it's been my favorite tool by far in the Microsoft stack, and it really just helps me to manage things better, I would say. So in this short video, I just want to share a couple of cool ideas with you with how you can also use OneNote in your personal life, not just work related, to help you manage some of those craziness type of things that happens. So in my OneNote, you'll see there's my calm to chaos, and I've got a section there with pages in for 2020, operating manuals, buying preferences, and notes, for example. So firstly, the 2020, I normally create a page for each month, and in that page, I then use this for my to-do lists. And I know that there is to-do and there's planner and all of those things, but I have to admit, I definitely don't want to assign tasks to myself. I prefer to just use this, especially for things like shopping, etc. So if you go to the home tab, you'll see that there's different tags that you can use. So I can say I must remember to buy milk today, and my coffee's run out as well, and maybe, I don't know, take bikes for a run to charge the battery. So I have a little list like this every month that I just tick off as I do it, and I just start a new little list below it. And then for the new month, I just start a new one so that I don't have these massive pages. So this helps me because it's also synced to my phone, which means I can access this from anywhere. But what I'd like to show you actually is something around operating manuals that I started doing recently, because I'm always looking for that drawer where I put that manual to the TV or my NutriBullet, or maybe I'm standing at the garage and I'm not sure what the tire pressure is on my 1290 Super Duke, okay? And I mean, then to like quickly find the correct manual or something is near impossible if you're not at home. So what I started doing is that I started creating pages for the specific, I don't know, equipment or things that I have, and I can then go and find that manual online, because most of the time you can find the PDF online, but of course you can just scan the one that you have as well. But I can then find that manual online. So for example, my new microwave, I went and found the PDF online, and what I did is, so I would create a page for new equipment, I don't know what we're gonna buy, and then I would go and find the manual, the PDF, and then you purely just go and insert a printout, and let's say, for example, it's this manual, and then you just insert the printout on the page. The really cool thing, so give the page a good name as well so that you can find what it is that you're looking for. But the really cool thing is that when you search in OneNote, it even searches inside of that PDF. So there might be something specific that you're looking for, like tire pressure or something, and then it'll actually find that page in your OneNote. But of course, if you know where those operating manuals are, it's easy as well. But to search really, really works well. And there you can see it's added the manual, and all of this on this manual is also searchable. So I'm going to just remove that page because that was just a little test page. But there you can see my motorbikes are in there, my NutriBullets are there, my microwave is there, my television is there, my big boy scooter as well. So all the manuals that I want to keep for the items in my house. I've created a blank page called Operating Manuals. Underneath that I created pages, and all I did is I just made them a sub page so that I can actually collapse it, because that helps me to be able to collapse pages or categorize them, if you know what I mean. So all I did is, if we just do that again, so let's say, let's put it at the bottom, so let's just promote this. So new manual, and then I would go and say right click, make a sub page, which means that this then collapses underneath each other. So that's a pretty cool thing to do. So definitely to bring in your manuals on your pages, I think, is a big one. It really, really helps me to manage my home. But something I've also done is buying preferences, because now that I'm like getting a little bit older, I don't always remember what my favorite shampoo is or something. I just remember that it's a purple bottle, or, you know, what's that vitamin that I always take, and I end up buying wrong things when I'm in town. So I, for example, went and created a little cosmetics and toiletries and my, like, I don't know, vitamins that I take. Got a little table, which means that any time when I'm in town and I go like, oh man, I've got to buy new this and this, I can just go and find it. But I even did something for my house where, because my house, I can't say it's that old, but I definitely struggle with globes or light bulbs just blowing all the time. It's like whacking a mole in my house. And I'll get to town and I'll go like, man, I need to replace that bulb in the kitchen. And then I can't remember what type of fitting it is, because all the fittings in my house is different. Okay, your house might not be like that, but mine is. And then I also brought in the paint colors that's in my house because I do change them quite often. So this just helps you also know what colors I've used where in case I ever need to find touch-up paint or something. So that definitely is a big help. So to put buying preferences in and notes, and then also to add any operating or like service manuals or something for your vehicles or the equipment in your house or equipment in your kitchen, but then also to use it for your little notes that you want to make of things that you have to do. I know that there's to do and there's planner and all those cool things, but I definitely don't want to assign tasks to myself. So I do hope that that's going to help you a lot. And for those that are new to OneNote, these are of course sections. So those are my OneNote notebooks. These are sections, and in sections, so think of them as labels in a file. I can then add pages with sub-pages which I can collapse, which just keeps things nice and neat for me in my OneNote. And then all I did is that I downloaded the mobile app on my phone, which means that all of this is accessible and searchable on my mobile device. I do hope that you are going to enjoy that, and it helps you to also bring some calm to your chaos. Have a good day.